Ranveer Allahbadi and Raina, Samay Raina, both of them with their derogatory words on women and Indian parental system has impacted the political lobby to common man of India. When the matter comes to Ranveer Allahbadi, he is also known as Bare Biceps with his podcast. Many of the prominent leaders of this country, whether it may be central ministers or whether it may be opposition leaders, whether it may be a common social media influencer to filmy hero and heroines, from opposition leaders to youth leaders, everyone were present on Bare Biceps for their personal promotions. Even PM Modi also gave National Creator Award to such a person called Ranveer Allahbadi. Today, to talk on the derogatory remarks of such people, today we have senior journalist Simha Chathurvedi with us and Saurabh from BJP. To respond on this issue, first let us take opening remarks from Simha Chathurvedi. So, Mr. Simha ji, how can we look into this derogatory statements made by one of the popular YouTuber and podcaster who is well known in political circles, from central ministers to state youth leaders? How can we see this?
See, before talking about Ranveer Allahbadi, we have to first go back to Ramayana times. In order to kidnap Sita Devi, Ma Sita, what did Ravana do? He got into saffron. He, for time's sake, just for a temporary moment, he got himself into saffron and he acted as if he is a sadhu or an sannyasi.
He disguised himself.
He disguised himself, and once he thought it is okay, he put out his original form, that is a demonic form of 10 heads and very lusty form of Ravana comes out, and Sita Devi will faint, and after that he will kidnap, and the rest of the story we know it. But why I am talking about Ravana is these Ranveer Allahbadi kind of people are simply like Ravana only.
True.
They pretend to be dharmic, they pretend to be positive, pro-Hindutva, and they pretend to be very, very interested in Sanatan Dharma.
True.
And they do podcasts that run continuously for hours. These kind of podcasts which get so many lakhs of views in his Bare Biceps channel, through them what he is saying is follow Sanatan Dharma, do meditation, do yoga, study Ramayana and study Mahabharata, and in real life when it comes to the actual point, he reveals his Ravana form. What he did is, there is a person called Samayraina and he has a YouTube channel. In that
he is a Kashmiri Hindu.
Yeah, maybe whether he is a Kashmiri Hindu or Telugu Hindu, anyone, what he knows is, if he observe that the show which is being run, the name is India's Got Latent. Yes. It is not talent, it is got latent. So if you go to his channel and if you click on the older episodes and if you check what is there in that, literally nothing is there, and apart from being there is nothing to learn from it. That's why he didn't say India's got talent. He is saying India's got latent. What does that latent means? He himself should know. There is a girl also in the what would say panel. Yeah, this panel there is one girl also. And in the previous episode which I checked, now the latest episode is not there online. They removed it. So in the previous one, what I saw is there is one person, that Bollywood actress, what you say, Rakhi Sawant is also there. She is talking vulgarly about her undergarments being stolen by some other older fellow with a white beard like me. He is a Sikh. See, everyone are there representing India. A Sikh person is there, and a lady is there, and 2-3 youths are there. So with that program, what they want to do is they want to normalize vulgarity and they want to normalize incest also. See, for example, why this whole storm is going on, because Ranveer Allahbadi, what did he say in that show? He is talking about sexual acts between parents.
True.
That is being watched by children. He is asking the contestant who came in, stood in front of him, he is asking that contestant whether you will see your parents having sex or you will join them. That is the upper limit of what a person can say in India.
True.
By saying all this, what he want to achieve, I don't know. He also don't know. After that, he gave an apology. Unconditional apology he gave.
What does someone means by speaking out every nonsense what is possible, and after that coming out and saying sorry because brands have cancelled you or your shows have been cancelled, or your appointments with the bigger leaders or so-called people, celebrities have cancelled. After the reaction from the other sides, he said sorry. He didn't give the apologies.
No,
when the outrage has begun.
See, if he is an intelligent person, he should not see whatever is there in our minds, it will be with us. In our mind, we are all vulgar only. Okay, let us take like that. But we are not. We are all not going and saying it publicly, na?
True.
Why he said in public? I don't understand the logic behind it. He has a successful YouTube channel called Beer Biceps, and you observe him from starting. He was not totally committed to Hindutva or Sanatan Dharma, or at least in common general terms, moral values also he is not committed. The word of his channel, the title of his channel, the name of his channel is Beer Biceps. Beer and biceps, two words are there. Why he kept that? I got to know that when he started the channel, he was with the opinion to promote lifestyle videos.
Okay.
He used to say what to eat, what not to eat. And the basic thing of his channel, the basic theory in his channel is you can have beer and also you can have biceps. So you can enjoy the life and you can go to gym and you can become fit.
Yeah,
this is the means this kind of neo thinking means modern day people are there, na? Those people who were born after 2000. We are saying Gen Z and something. These people, his target is these people. He want to attract them. So he made some lifestyle videos in the starting, many years before. After that, he started doing some. A person is there, a mystic we can say, Sri M. He is very popular in YouTube.
Okay.
He used to come to this Beer Biceps channel and he used to give so many interviews. He used to say about Himalayas, yogis in the Himalayas, and sometimes about Mahatarji Baba and Yati. Beer Biceps.
A mystical.
Yeah, Beer Biceps. The whole channel is famous for Yati videos.
Aliens.
YATI. Yeah. There is a very big person, a mystic person in Himalayas. He used to do videos about that. So we can say it is pseudo Hindutva, not real Hindutva. Pseudo Hindutva videos. He did so many videos previously that got attention of the modern day viewers. So these kind of corporate employees, college students, school students. So when these started seeing, he started taking the name of Dharma, and he started bringing slowly upasakas and religious people belonging to Hindu faith and ISKCON people and Sri Vidya upasakas, everybody. He brought everyone and he talked, according to me, something meaningful only. What he did is not problem, but what his intentions were, his intentions are not right.
True.
He had something inside and he is doing something outside. Why? Because Dharma nowadays has become a market commodity. He want to sell Dharma and he want to change it into views and he want to build a good YouTube channel. He did that. But what is the problem means, after doing that he should have controlled himself.
True.
It is unnecessary to go and sit in a vulgar show and talk something rubbish. He said so many things. Now also if you go to YouTube and if you search for that India's Got Latent and this Ranveer comments, we will get reels, not full video is there, you will get short reels. they are being seen by the children also who are below age, below 15.
We have another co-panelist, Saurabh from BJP. Let us take even his words about the incident which is happened and which is also creating a political storm. So, welcome to the show, Saurabh.
Giving me this opportunity to speak on this issue, which is now.
Welcome to the show, Saurabh. What would be your opening remarks on this issue? Because you represent BJP and it's a Hindutva party.
A party which has a Hindutva ideology will never support this kind of statements made or act which he was talking about. When it comes about talking about this, I think a lot of our chief ministers and national leaders have raised their concerns on this thing. Bharatiya Janata Party is strictly condemning this act made by Mr. Ranveer Allahbadi.
Am I audible, Saurabh?
Yeah, you're audible.
Saurabh, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Shrika. Shrika?
Saurabh, am I audible to you?
Yes, Shrika, you're audible to me.
Yeah.
You can proceed.
Saurabh, what's your opening remark on bare biceps, which is Ranveer Allahbadi and Samay Raina's issue? Because many of the prominent leaders from BJP and PM himself has awarded him National Creator Award. Don't you feel guilty for this?
See, awarding a creator award, I think when it was awarded to Ranveer, I think it was awarded in different scenario. But when it comes to this statement, what he has made, a controversial remark, I think he himself should return back the award, rather the government taking it back. And moreover, all the senior leaders and chief minister of BJP have condemned this, and even National Human Rights Commission have also raised its concern. And All India Cine Workers Association also have raised its concern and asked the government to ban the show. And even Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has asked the YouTube to remove the video and issue a ban on it. I think BJP has a very clear stance on it, stating that this is a very wrong remark. I think it is a breach of freedom of speech which he has made. I think it has hurt a lot of sentiments in India today.
So before going deep into the subject, I would request PCR to play the words of Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis. Let us listen what Fadnavis has said on this special issue. PCR, please play Devendra Fadnavis' voice. PCR, please play Devendra Fadnavis' voice. PCR, please play Devendra Fadnavis' voice. So Saurabh, when PM gave him award, he was making very derogatory kind of actions on stage. Don't you people realize that he was not a person to give an award, that too by PM Modi? Because many of our journalist friends, when they ask appointments to central leaders, we don't get appointment that easily for an interview. But for a person like Ranveer Allahbadi gets hours of time from central ministers to CMs, ministers, what not, even from film celebrities also. What would you like to say on this?
You were talking about National Creator Award.
Yes.
It was, I think, was on March 8th of 2024, which you are talking, which Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, has presented the awards to a lot of creators.
See, we are not saying National Creator Award should not be presented to creators. We are saying that when PMO and PM are directly involved in an event, why such people are being encouraged? We have many proofs that Ranveer Allahbadi had made many derogatory statements even before he got the award.
See, I think there should be a committee who have selected, which they have selected. The committee does not belong to either BJP or PM Modi. It's a government committee. And when we talk about party stance on it, party has condemned it and party is very serious on it. I think it's a breach of freedom of speech when it comes to the remark made by him. And when you say that it's not about national award, national creator award winner, then people have mentioned it. I think this Ministry of Information and Broadcasting have also issued a statement, and I think it has also issued a notice to YouTube to remove this episode from the YouTube, as it might create some as the person who is now today into controversy has made a vulgar statement, and it has hurt the sentiments of the people of India.
So, Mr. Jayasimaji, what would you like to say? A journalist can't get an appointment from central ministers or even from state minister that easily. People who do podcasts are getting time from respected Prime Minister, respected CMs of many states. Even Eknath Shinde, the previous government of previous CM of Maharashtra, has also given time for such people. When we see in Delhi elections, Arvind Kejriwal also have given prominent time for podcasters. While going into US, we can accept that because there is a different culture over there. But when it comes to India, a serious journalist who is working on ground doesn't have that good time with such prominent leaders. But people like Ranveer Allahbadi or other person can have a very good time with so-called ministers, and they get a very beautiful payment.
See, politics is all about power. Okay. I am not talking about as a what you say. I don't generally feel guilty about saying that I am a big Modi bhakt. I like Modi, but in spite of that, today what I am saying is, whether it is Modi or Trump in America or Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi, Eknath Shinde in Maharashtra, everybody wants power in politics.
In fact, Supriya Sule also.
Supriya Sule also. Supriya Srinath also from Congress. Okay. Even she is she
was also a journalist.
No, she is saying all negative about Ranveer Allahbadi. Okay. She is not supporting. Generally, we see her supporting.
Actually, Jayasimaji, what I see is during my experience in this field journalism, I see whatever the position says, opposition denies to it. Whatever opposition says, position denies to it. Irrespective of position and opposition, everyone came on a single stage and said that this is wrong. How can you see this?
See why that is happening, because this Ranveer Allahbadi and his team, I am not talking about him singularly, because we are talking about him singularly because he is very famous among them. But there is a whole bunch of idiots over there. They are talking simply vulgar language and doing very sexually explicit content on the YouTube, which is open for everybody. People, children who are below 15 also can access that, and they also will see that. In spite of knowing all this beer biceps fellow and all other rogues are there, and one girl is also there. Unfortunately, everybody are talking.
She was speaking utter nonsense.
Yeah, she is also talking about all the body parts and vulgar language, and their intention itself is to talk about sex in a
open.
Means they want to normalize talking about sex in a vulgar manner. It is not something scientific or academic also. They want to vulgarize the sexual act and then they want to normalize it. So this kind of shows they want to westernize India. See, after 1990 we got globalization and privatization in our country. After that our lifestyle has changed so much. We got burgers, pizzas and very all the American products we are getting. When we get American products and American jobs, we also get American culture. That is the problem. In some way or other way, they want to change India into an American kind of society. For that these people are paid. That's what I am saying. Ranveer Allahbadia is having a great channel called a big channel called Beer Biceps. There Jaishankar ji also sat and gave him interview. Why these are all giving interviews? Because whoever is there in politics, they ultimately want power. So in getting power, they will reach to people. To reach the people, they approach some other. During olden days, they used to use the newspapers. After that, mainstream media. Now it is podcasters. Trump is also relying on podcasters for reaching to the youth of the country. That same thing happened here also. But what we should observe is whether it is Modi or Jaishankar or some other anybody, or from it is from Congress or Arvind Kejriwal also. These all people gave Ranveer interview before doing this thing. They don't know he will go and do this thing after that.
No. What I mean is, there were many of such videos. See, this was the only video which got viral on internet and people started objecting him. But before this also, before Jaishankar or Piyush Goyal, or whether it may be Nitin Gadkari or any of the other leader, before going also, he made very nonsense kind of videos before that also. Here my question,
that's what I'm saying.
What's my concern is, before someone get involved in an activity with Prime Minister or central ministers, can't their PR team find out what is the person who is sitting who is hosting the show?
Two things may have happened. One thing is they means they don't know these kind of things, because they have not gave ample time for his past, what he did and came to right now situation, they don't know.
Yes.
This is the first scenario. That is ignorance of PMO or some other. The second thing is, if they know and also they approached him and they gave interviews to him before elections, means it is because of the pressure of winning. Everybody wants to win in a parliamentary elections. At that time, when all the central ministers came and sat before Ranveer in Beer Bicep studio, that is because they have to win in the elections.
In fact, Saurabh, in the very previous time, Smriti Irani, who is taking care of women's and child welfare ministry, has also given interview to Ranveer Allahbadi. What would you like to say on this?
When you talk about Smriti Irani ji, see, when a journalist asks for an interview, I think everybody will give an interview to anyone, any journalist.
Sorry Saurabh, I'm sorry to stop you. This specific person should not be called as a journalist.
Yeah, first listen to my statement, Mr. Shrikar. But when you talk about Ranveer, but I think nobody will consider him as a journalist. He is just a content creator at the YouTube.
True, accepted.
And
please continue.
Yeah. So when you talk about him and when you talk about his podcast or his video with Smriti Irani, I think this was very. I think it has been ample time this video has recorded. But when you talk about these controversial statements which was made by him, I think not just him as the other panelist member earlier, what he has mentioned, I think a group of people sitting there, I think everybody is held responsible for it. As Ranveer is bit famous among them, he is being named. I think everybody sitting there is a culprit, and everybody sitting there wants to promote vulgarity by which they thought they might get fame, but this has fired back, as India is a country where people respect values and ethics even today, and it will be for the next 100 years. And when you see this Ranveer's apology after this unconditional apology, I think this is like tears in the rain. It doesn't matter him at all. And everybody, especially me, when it comes to me, my personal opinion, I condemn the Ranveer's statement on this, and everybody who was sitting on the stage on the statement was made. I think Mumbai and Assam police have also filed a FIR on it, and even Mumbai police have searched his home or office. I subject to correction, and even it has summoned the other YouTuber or content creator who was sitting there. I think his name is Samayraina.
Yes.
And they have also included the other people sitting there. Let's see what government will take action on it, but I hope not just BJP. I think each and every political party is condemning it, and the whole nation is condemning it.
One more thing, there is also a political interception that this particular video has been shared from last week Saturday, but the issue started from Sunday. But on Saturday, Manipur CM has also given resignation. But to cover up the Manipur issue, every BJP supporting person is taking up this issue to just cover up the Manipur CM's resignation. How can we see this?
See, when we talk about Manipur issue, Honorable Prime Minister and Home Minister already spoke about Manipur issue in the Parliament many times. It is not to cover up the issue. See, a issue might be raised at any time. People where the country where 140 crore people are residing, I think a issue can burn in a minute. A issue can get on the air in an hour. It might take a day. But when you talk about covering the Manipur CM incident, that doesn't mean that nowadays, as the social media is more powerful, whatever you would try to cover, I think social media will showcase everything which is true to the people.
See, why I am saying this word, because there is a person in Bangalore called Atul Subhash. He recorded 1 hour plus video regarding his suicide. No CM or no central minister or no prominent person has talked on this except Dinesh Sharma, one of your BJP MP. No one has talked about it. But when it come to a cheap person like these people, everyone started talking about it.
See, when you quoted someone from Bangalore, actually I'm really sorry, I don't have proper information on it, so I don't think I need to comment it, and if any wrong comment, it may go very in a very bad manner. But when you talk about this guy, I don't even like to name him. The guy, a YouTube creator, as the statement made by him, I think it was a shock to all the households of India. So I think people might have reacted in a vulgar thing, and even the leaders who are irrespective of parties. I'm not just talking about BJP. I think even Shiva Sena Rajya Sabha MP Priyanka Chaturvedi also has condemned it, and BJD MP Samsid Patra has also condemned it. If very extra, actually, I remember these two names, so I'm just quoting them. So, irrespective of parties, irrespective of this political thing, I think everybody have condemned it. And when you talk about people, even 140 crore Indians have also condemned it. But let's see, as I earlier mentioned, freedom of speech is gone in a very wrong way. It has hurted sentiments of each and every citizen of this nation. And when we talk about his YouTube channel, I think it was, he doesn't have any ideology. The ideology he is showcasing is also a fake propaganda.
Don't you think every minister from BJP who attended his show should apologize to people?
See, recording a video with a person doesn't make the other person liable in it. What the see?
No, because of no. See, don't listen to me.
We'll apologize to the nation itself.
You have to. My point here is people like S. Jaishankar, who is known worldwide, who's a world-known diplomat, has also attended his show. You people have given him every of that suvidha what he is having today. Directly or indirectly, BJP is also one of the responsible, and it should be liable for the thing what had happened. What would you like to say on this?
See the statement which you have now stated, you have quoted that BJP is also liable for it. How can BJP be liable? See, now
you encourage
BJP,
such people,
many
right?
political party leaders have given
Honorable PM has given him the award. Many of the prominent central ministers have attended his show, which means you encouraged him directly. So what would you like to say on this?
See, I don't say BJP is liable or Narendra Modi has got anything to do with Ranveer Allahbadi. See, a Prime Minister will interact with so many people every day, and he created some content which is liked by lakhs and crores of people all around the world, particularly in India. So he got awarded for that. So we should have clarity. See, a person who is going to do some wrong in the future, how can a prime minister or his team or ministers of BJP, how can they expect him to be wrong in the future? So at the time of giving interviews, he was reasonably right. I am not saying he is completely right. Ranveer had a past, and he studied in Ambani school, I think. In Mumbai, that yes. Ambani school is there. Na? The whole batch will be that totally rich brat students will be there. Na? Those kind of people are these people. His background itself is not suitable for any Sanatana Dharma. But as I previously said, he just want to sell Sanatana Dharma in market. For that, he made something called beer biceps, and he did everything, and he was successful in that. And why this high level celebrities, VVIPs from Narendra Modi to Jaishankar, why they selected him? Because the only reason is through him they can reach the youth of India very easily. So before elections, I say, in love and war nothing is wrong, but in love, war and elections nothing is wrong. Okay. So before elections, I am not saying that BJP ministers have done so great thing, but they saw him as an opportunity to reach the people. In that there is no harm. And Ranveer Allahbadi didn't talk shit with BJP ministers, whether it is Smriti Irani or Jaishankar. He talked sensibly with them. But after that, in some other podcast, in some other YouTube show, he talked all the wrong things. So whatever happens after that interview, how we can take him, how we can say they are liable to the wrongdoings of Ranveer. What we can do is, what we can demand at this point is simply throwing all the accusations on BJP leaders and Prime Minister Modi. It is better if his award, the so-called new creator award, which is awarded by Shri Narendra Modi ji, they should take it off, take it back. That is the best thing government can do. See, sometimes Padma Shri awardees also will be
taken back.
Will be in legal battles or some criminal.
We have seen one of the dance masters from this Telugu state.
Jani Master.
Yeah.
His award has been stopped because that was not awarded. If it has been awarded, what you will do? They can recall it. So what I say is, if Ranveer Allahbadi has taken so much of shit, it is unnecessary to have him get that award. So they should take it back. That is one thing. And the other thing is, this Manipur issue is there. Na? That is, I don't think so. Because if really Ranveer Allahbadi comments are used to divert Manipur CM's resignation issue, Rahul Gandhi should follow. Rahul Gandhi should follow up Manipur issue. Even Rahul Gandhi and Congress people are also going behind Ranveer Allahbadi only. Ranveer Allahbadi is a seriously emotional disturbance for the country. That's why all the parties across the party lines are coming on one spot for against Ranveer Allahbadi. Actually, opposition should follow up. Should do follow up of Manipur issue also.
Okay. One more thing, what we have to discuss today is, every person who comes out, wears a saffron shawl, speak a few words about Hindutva, do they should be considered as warriors of Hindutva?
No.
Because any random person comes away by putting that saffron shawl and say that I am warrior of Dharma.
No. Accidentally, what happened is, at the national level we are talking about Ranveer, but at the local level, some person called, suddenly he came onto the screen, Veeraraghav Reddy. He went to that Chilkur Pujari, Archaka Swami, and he bet him.
Yeah, he attacked him.
He attacked him. So after that, it was a local sensation, and all the news agencies also followed, and in social media it was a big debate about that. He is also doing the same thing.
Yes.
He is using Dharma to get money. Ranveer also did that, but this Veeraraghav Reddy, he used violence. But there is no violence in, there is vulgarity. That vulgarity is there in Ranveer issue. Here it is violence. So we should be, as I firstly told, everybody may be a Ravana. we can't say everybody is Ravana, but everybody may be a Ravana in disguise. So we should be careful with the people who are saying Dharma and Desha. It is very good sign. People are talking about the Dharma. It is very good thing. But whoever is talking, he may be not genuine.
True.
So we should be suspicious, basically suspicious about everyone. After that, we can have trust.
So Saurabh, what would you like to say on this? Every random person who comes out and wears a saffron shawl, should he be considered as a Hindutva warrior?
He sacrificed it, and actually sacrifice doesn't mean giving his life, but sacrificing his everything and working for Dharma. He is considered as a Hindutva warrior. The Kansevaks of Ram Janmabhoomi are considered as Hindu warriors. Rather, people watching the TV are never considered. And nowadays, it has been a fashion of wearing a saffron stole by everyone, and actually they are minting money in the name of Hindutva and this Dharma.
So, you being a Hindutva party, what are the measures government is taking to stop such people? Because everyone who comes out and wears that saffron shawl and say themselves as Hindutva warriors, there should be some protection to it, right?
See, as the problem is, you can't stop somebody from talking on Hindutva or somebody giving a statement on Hindutva.
So, what would be the measures that should be taken to stop such things?
See, measures yesterday, as the honorable other analysts have also mentioned, day before yesterday, the main priest of Chilkur Balaji temple has also been attacked in the name of some Ramarajya group. I think the main measure which government should take is create awareness among people that what Hindutva is and what people should trust. I think the attack on the chief priest of Chilkur Balaji temple, who is a Hindutva warrior, as you mentioned, a Hindutva warrior, I think nobody has seen him in a saffron stole till now.
True.
He never wears a saffron stole, but he is one of the greatest Hindutva warrior in the contemporary time. Even he is being attacked. I think people nowadays have made a business in the name of Hindutva. The first measure which should be taken not just by government but also all the people who support the ideology of Hindutva to create awareness in the society stating that what Hindutva is, and actually there is a misconception of the ideology which is Hindutva. People are spreading the fake propaganda, making a fake propaganda on Hindutva. I think for everything the main and the basic step and which is very effective is creating awareness.
So, being a senior journalist, what would you like to say, Mr. Jayasimaji? Should ministers or other leaders should give time for mainstream media or should give time for such vulgar podcasters?
No, nobody will say give time to vulgar podcasters. If Ranveer
or else take jibe before whom you are visiting.
No, but proper research should be done whether it is pertaining to mainstream media journalist or a podcaster. Sometimes a mainstream media journalist can also turn out to be a Ranveer. Yeah, he can also talk rubbish. See, everybody will have their own weaknesses. Some people will control their weaknesses and try to be good in the society, and some people will do like Ranveer. What Ranveer did, they will do some acts like that. So politicians who want their reputation not to be undone, they should be careful before going to an interview and talking to them. I think Narendra Modi ji, he will be very cautious about these kind of things, but before the elections, due to the pressure of winning, they have given interviews to Ranveer. And also we should what we should understand is, before elections of 2024 parliamentary elections, Ranveer didn't have this kind of reputation. He didn't talk this kind of shit. He may have done some videos which are objectionable, but this is the first time he crossed all the limits. So we have to take the situation also before parliament.
Why I am particularly serious about such issue is, a common journalist who want to speak truth about the society
No, I
will
have
not have a proper time.
I have an explanation for that. Why slowly politicians like from Trump to Modi or some politician, local politician also, why they are turning towards social media, podcasters or some people like this, but not mainstream media is slowly mainstream media's means people who are watching mainstream media, they are their numbers are coming down. Okay. That's the reason why the podcasters are going in their popularity is growing. So when podcasters have so much viewership with them, it is simple logic. The politicians will.
Don't you think there should be some censorship?
How we will censor it? That is a practical problem. Even with Netflix or Amazon or OTT content, we are censoring cinema, but we are not censoring OTT content.
I have a point here where BJP person should be spoke. Saurabh, am I audible to you?
Yes, please.
During 19 to 24 period, IT Minister Anurag Thakur has brought a new bill regarding this censorship. It's not being on ground yet.
It is working, but it is not that effective. I think
that is what I mean to say.
Look onto it, and it will work as the vulgarity of, in the words of a lot of people, have been increased. And the other statement which you have made, that even Prime Minister and a huge ministers and very senior ministers also have given their interviews to YouTubers. I think after this incident, even not just BJP, but all the senior leaders of all the parties, and especially as we are in the power, all the ministers, senior ministers, will not take care, and I think they'll also be cautious when giving a video or recording a video with someone rather than a mainstream channel. But as you quoted about mainstream channel, I think nowadays there is not that big difference between a mainstream channel and a YouTube channel, as the reach is equally same. During elections, a leader needs a reach to the public, and as YouTube,
so politicians will cross any limits for reach. Is that what you mean to say?
In your hand, you can access YouTube from anywhere in the world.
So due to views, politicians can break any breach because of views. That is what you mean to say?
No, what I meant is during election time, anybody who comes for an interview, every politician agrees and gives, as a politician needs a reach in the public. But as nobody knew that Ranveer would go this vulgar, right? Because when our ministers gave him an interview, it was a different scenario. But nobody thought that the Ranveer could talk this vulgar, that too on an issue which cannot be discussed in front of children.
Exactly.
So after this, I think, after this controversial remark, I think everybody will think now to talk to someone, give an interview to someone who doesn't have that great credibility. And I think if there would be any mainstream channel journalist also, the issue would be have same. See, we are not questioning the integrity of any journalist, or neither I am saying that Ranveer is a journalist.
So what is your conclusion remarks?
So,
see, I conclude by saying one thing, that as a representative of Bharatiya Janata Party, I would only say one thing, that the party is very serious on it. The party has condemned it. I think very soon the other senior leaders would also give a statement on it. But still, the dynamic Chief Minister of Assam and Maharashtra have given the statement, and even they have requested, and the Assam CM has tweeted in the X even about the FIR being filed. And as a representative of BJP, I would say only one thing, that India is still a land of, the Bharat is still a land of ethics. Bharat is still a land of traditions. Bharat is still land of Rishi, Muni, the sages and everyone. I think Dharma prevails. So these vulgarities, these vulgar statements are very condemnable. I think not just me, not just Bharatiya Janata Party, I think every individual who has common sense and who is well mannered will condemn it, and the whole nation is condemning it.
So what's your conclusion remarks, Mr. Jaisimha?
See, this should be seen in two ways. One is the political thing which you are talking about. whether the politicians should give interviews to podcasters or not. See what the wrong which is done by Ranveer, that same wrong can be done by a mainstream journalist also. We can't say anybody can turn into a vulgar person at any given time, depending on their inner position, inner thinking. So everybody will try to look good, but inside that there will be some different person. So we should be cautious about everyone, and simply giving interview to someone, and after taking our interview he did some wrong, so you can't hold them liable for this person's crime. That is one thing politically. And what I think is, in coming days all the politicians and all the cinema celebrities, they will go to podcasters compulsorily, because they need mainstream media also. I am not saying mainstream media is over, mainstream media is there, but apart from mainstream media there is so much of impression created by YouTube and social media and these podcasters. These podcasters have heavy and great following for them. So in spite of having that all the following, they will not be ignored by cinema and political celebrities. So they will be entertained. And whenever this kind of controversies come, this will, I think this will forget about Ranveer Allahbadi after 1 week or 10 days. After that it will be over. After few days some other will come. These social media people, they are doing this kind. Recently in our Telugu social media circles, one person did some heinous crime and he got 20 years of jail and under POCSO. So YouTubers, if they do something, because they have following in the viewers, it will be talked so much. Crime is a crime for everyone, whether it is a YouTuber or mainstream journalist or anybody. So they should be dealt in the way that is being said by the constitution. That is one thing. And the second thing and very important thing is, these kind of YouTube shows are there. These are the result of Americanization of India. True. This has been being done in the last 30 years and it is going to increase.
So this was our big debate regarding Ranveer Allahbadi's vulgar words about Indian women. So let us agree to disagree what our panelists have said. But before closing the show, I would like to remind everyone that before attending anyone's shows, just make sure that the other person who is hosting you has a minimum credibility to host you. For such important and interesting news, keep watching CVR English. This is Srikar Tumala signing off.